Hey guys, it's Molly here at Design Loves Detail, and we're at our new build right now, and we're going to tour the upstairs because it's almost all the way framed. And I did some quirky, interesting stuff, so stay tuned to check it out. You can hear the nature. It's really, really beautiful. Every time we're here, us and the kids are like in awe that like we are building a house here. It's still just like surreal. It's the craziest thing. Let me show you what I mean. So backstory in case like you want insight on design. When I drew this house plan, one of the key details that I wanted to get in addition to bringing in a lot of elements from our last home, was that I wanted to make this window daybed nook that captured the view. So we are going to walk up and show you what I'm talking about. This literally is one of the key ingredients of this house that I'm like so thrilled about, and I think makes the house. We have this long space here under the windows where we will have a daybed. I might have told this story before, and maybe it was just me. I'm actually curious. You guys should tell me in comments. When you're a kid, do you remember seeing something at a friend's house or something like that, or just knowing of a feature in a home that you like thought was the coolest thing? Like laundry chutes were really cool back in the day. I wanted, for me, it was a daybed bench, like a window seat. It was the top tier feature for me of a home. And I had this friend that had a really cool house, and Heather, shout out to Heather, and she had a window seat, and every time I was at her house, I had to like sit in it, and I just was like, I felt like she lived in a palace or something because she had a window seat. And so I think that it was like one of those things that gets ingrained in you, and then you like know you'll have arrived if you have a window seat one day. So I like in all the houses we've built, I'm pretty sure I've put like at least one window seat in, but this is going to be the king of all window seats because I want it to be big and more like a day bed, and you can curl up here, snuggle up, we'll put like maybe some sconce lights or something, and read a book or just meditate, take in the view. I'm trying to actually pause more, and so having something like this is really cool because we're always going. So I'm trying to like take more like of a moment to enjoy life, and so this is symbolism of that, the pause and the taking it all in, and so I'm super thrilled for it. Our kids are excited. I think everybody's gonna love it, and hopefully it gets used a lot. Ben, are you excited?
Yes, and there's the view of the other mountain on the other side.
That's for later. Why are you spilling the beans already?
Sorry.
Let's talk about this. I'm doing a plaster. I love, you know, curves are just organic, and oh my gosh, he is leaning out the window right now. See how cool this is? So this is gonna be the railing. I'm just doing it like the partial wall kind that feels organic and like probably plaster or something. So I'm super excited for that because it's just gonna kind of curve us up and keep it really minimal because I really want the focus. Here's the curve again. I had them kind of take this, make it a smooth kind of transition. Yeah, show the view from there too. So this is if you're up at the top of the stairs, you can kind of see. So this kind of curves over and then it just straightens out. And this is just another viewing spot. These were not framed when we showed the lower level. So those dormer windows are cool. I love a good dormer window. I know. That's what I keep joking about. I don't want to put a roof on this house. We should have done a glass roof. That would have been so cool.
Not in the budget.
I was going to say next house, but we are not even going to joke about this because this is the house. This is the one. So anyway, that's like a viewing loft. And then we're going to come over here. This is a little bit of craziness with all the wood up here. So this is a hallway. You kind of go into a hallway here. And then this is a bedroom. Like I'm in a bedroom. There's a closet right here. And then this is the bedroom windows. Can we show the artwork, the tomato head?
So here's the view.
Yeah, the second story view is pretty epic. Okay, so this is cool. We've got some cool angles in the ceilings up here because since I drew the house plan, we really ended up stick framing a lot of it, which stick framing, if you're not familiar, is a way that you, instead of trusses, you know how trusses are like the triangle pieces that are already, they're like pre-made and you put them. Stick framing, the framers actually have to individually do it. So it's not ideal as far as cost. It's more expensive and a little bit more labor intensive. However, it does allow you to utilize more of the ceiling because you don't lose that gap in the triangle, you know? So it's gonna allow us to have the ceilings more closely follow the roof line. That's another thing that I think that I fell in love with as a kid was like those upstairs types rooms that have cool ceiling details where it follows the roof line and so it feels, okay, like for an example, like Home Alone, you know, when he has to go to the upstairs room.
Get upstairs. I am upstairs, dummy.
And Kevin, he gets sent up to the upstairs room. That room has like all those ceiling nails, and like I always thought those rooms were so cool. Like I was like, how's that a punishment? That's like the coolest room in the house.
Better than sleeping with Fuller.
I know, he pees the bed. Dormer, we talked a little bit, so that will be kind of just a cool element to the ceiling. So this area over here is actually open. It's like a really wide hallway. It's kind of an upstairs loft. I'm gonna do like a bookshelf area, and then right here actually is gonna be access into this is kind of just like a kid's play loft. The little fun whimsical window in there. It's about 5 feet at the highest point. Well, that beam cut down a little. I'm hoping we can just frame up to that beam and keep the beam exposed and or wrap it, because that is structural. But it's just kind of a little fun little kids play area. And so I'm going to hopefully keep part of this open and do some cool detail so that we still get the light coming through from the hallway, and we'll have a little ladder up to it. So it's gonna be like a little reading loft where there's bookshelf. Sometimes I can't decide to say bookcase or bookshelf. Maybe a couple of chairs, like loungy chairs for the kids, because this level's really all about the kids because they've got their bedroom, bathroom up here. This is hard to tell because it's such a mess. Over here, this is actually gonna be a bathroom. Oh yeah, there's the floor line. It kind of comes on an angle here. And this is gonna be a fun bathroom because it has the dormer windows as well. And this is quirky because I knew we'd have like a unique space to work with, but I also really wanted to get as much light in as we could. So I'm probably gonna do a vanity that runs along under these windows and get creative with the mirror. Anyway, we have to kind of fit a lot in this space. So over on this side is like the tub, shower, toilet, vanity. There'll be like a linen closet. Okay, so here's where the bathroom ends, is right on this line. So you can see how big, it's for 2 kids to share. So it's pretty good bathroom, good sized bathroom. And again, I like the ceiling detail because it's gonna feel kind of like cool and different. And then this bedroom, so there's just 2 bedrooms up here and then like the play area. This is like just in kind of a cool spot. It's got a great view out here. This whole back side of the room, it has a little bit lower ceiling as you can see. So it's actually gonna be closet. We're gonna take, I'm not sure exactly where the closet line goes, but it's just gonna be a really big closet that runs the length of the room, because this is gonna be our daughter's room. So one day she'll probably have, well, she already has a million things because she's kind of a hoarder like me. So it'll probably be filled with stuffed animals, and one day lots of clothes when she's a teenager probably. Whoo, it's getting windy and rainy. I love this space. It feels like just kind of tucked away, and then we have that magical view. So now let's go check out the other side, because the unique thing about this house is that the upstairs is really divided into 2 sections. So we have 2 separate staircases. The middle part of the house is open. So here's the other part of the upstairs. That's the kitchen down there. This is right above it. Ben's gonna come walk around and show you how we get here to this side of the upstairs. All right, so this staircase comes up. This is actually that, if you recall, if you haven't seen the main level tour, you'll wanna check that one out. This is the pantry, utilitarian area with the laundry space and all that. And these stairs go up to this is like basically the working side of the house. The other side's kind of like bedrooms. Up here, we have more of the amazing views. I was able to do 3 windows because we don't have the porch back here, so that we have really like, you're just surrounded by views.
We'll have less dirt.
Yeah, the dirt's gonna get taken away. This one does not have the little landing for the bench. That's just for the other side because of space and stuff. But this is going to be our kids' homeschool room. It'll have opening to below. Not the entire thing. There's actually gonna be a section. There's gonna be a section that comes here. So it's just kind of like an opening on either side, because I wanted a little privacy, but then a little bit of connection, because this is gonna be where our kids do school. So it'll be their whole workspace. We might do some type of like island in the center, built-in cabinetry, built-in desks probably. I still need to lay that all out, but I wanted it to be close to the kitchen and then also close to where Ben and I are gonna work from home. Once you go into here is a space that is essentially, I designed it as a mother-in-law apartment if we ever need to use it that way. But currently, and how it will be used most always, is as a workspace for us. So this room is kind of like in the mother-in-law apartment design. It's gonna be a kitchenette on this wall with kind of a sitting space. You can see over here, this is a way you can come up through the stairs. If we ever have an employee, they could enter through the garage door and come up here, so they don't have to go through like our whole house. Or if we wanted to close that door off and use this as like a completely separate mother-in-law apartment, then we could do that. So it's very versatile. I did spend quite a bit of time designing it. It has a really pretty view out there as well. Big window, so that we get lots of light in here, and it will just be a very like concise space. So how it will function is we'll have that kitchenette and then probably have it set up as an office space with the desk over there, maybe one here, depending on if we have employees. So we could have multiple people work in this space because we did make it pretty pretty good size. And then it will just be nice to have like a kitchen. You can just grab lunch up here or whatever, so we don't have to be running downstairs all the time. This will be a bathroom in here, just a vanity, toilet, and then I did the framed in shower, and we'll just do a glass door because I didn't want to have like a shower curtain or make it feel as like, if it does end up being a place where we have an employee working with us, like we didn't want it to feel like too weird that there was like a shower in the bathroom. So it's kind of like more streamlined with just that glass door, and it's kind of framed in. Hallway down to, this will probably be Ben's office, so he would have his like desk and stuff in here. We could probably even have 2 employees if we needed, because it's a good sized room, and it's got the window there. So this is like a Juliet balcony, which means it's not like one you can walk out on, but it will have the railing across, and then you can open the doors and just have the view, and there'll be glass doors and let the breeze in or whatever. Just kind of a cool little detail. And then we did do a huge closet in here as well, so either great for an apartment or for all of our business storage. So we always end up with lots of extra pillows and all those kinds of things. So this is a really good size storage closet for that. So we're really excited about this being such a functional space. And it's really nice because, you know, we don't have to go into town to work or something. We just should be able to have this working space for quite a while. So coming out here, I'll point out one thing. This is one of the areas where we were able to do trusses. So you can see how those trusses look. They're just prefabricated, and they can be installed where we have that ceiling. So you can see like there's more like attic space because of the trusses. So this will just be a flat ceiling in here. Less, I guess it kind of opens up here so that we have a little bit more height as this comes up. Yeah, or they could frame it straight too. But well, no, I think that it will follow the ceiling bend because of that window coming so high. So I think that'll actually be kind of a cool detail. And I'm gonna be thinking through, it's funny because I am doing some really cool ceiling treatments. I have to still finalize exactly how those will go. What's so unique about like framing phase is that there are still some details, as much as you go through it, where like once you actually see it in 3D, you're like, yeah, okay, so that ceiling meets just like this. So you do kind of like during framing, there's still some little last details you work out, even though you have the overall design all done. So I'm doing a lot of that stuff now. One thing that I really love, you'll notice here, is how I wanted that stick framing here, because both of the staircases that have the big windows have the ceilings that have the vault. So I love that it will follow. I just think those kinds of details make the house so much more unique, customized, and all that stuff. And we will have windows up here. Where are they? I think that that's a window, and then there's 2 windows on this side that are like dormers. This board will get cut out. You can see, wow, the framing, like most of the time you have your 16-inch studs going. When you have an opening like this, it's because they left it for the windows. So this will be, I think, a really, really cool space and feel very connected still. Like when our kids are doing school, I want to be able to have them feel connected to if we're in the kitchen, or, you know, maybe we're working there right nearby where they are. So this is kind of just the functional working part of the upstairs. We're excited about it. Let me know what you guys think. If this is something that would work for your family or what you might do different. It's always fun to see, I think, how people design a house for them, because no 2 families live the same. So that gives you the general layout. I think what's going to be really exciting is as we see this come together, because I'll be covering like selections that I made, the finishes that I choose, and all those little details that take it from being like a cool shape to like a finished product. So we will be following that. And what gets really exciting is when we get to drywall phase, because it's crazy how much it changes just having like solid walls instead of the wood. It feels, of course, the drywall feels closer to the wall color as it will actually be. And so that part will be really exciting too. We're just happy to see all this progress. And I'm like getting to where I have all these decisions to make. And our builder Spencer's like, Molly, I need plumbing fixtures next week. And I'm like, they're coming. I haven't ordered a single one. So I know what I'm doing, got the direction, but I have not ordered stuff. So I have to get on it. Thank you guys for coming, and we will see you next time. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't yet. We, again, would love to have you along. Give us a comment and a like and all of that. We'll see you next time.